will start with the ongoing Big Finish woes, right? They put out a statement. And again, I genuinely feel bad for them. Yeah, but I bet I won't be able to find the statement on the website. Again, so then I will feel less bad. Let's see if I can find it. News and events. Okay. Is it over here? No. Really? Hang on. I got it as a email, and I got a couple of people sent it to me on messages. Let's see if I got it here. A personal message. Doink. There you go. This goes up here. There you go. That was someplace. A personal message from Big Finish chairman Jason Hageller. And again, look, don't get me wrong. I've got the reason I'm not that pissed off at Big Finish, no matter they keep making woke shit. They make good stuff too. But the reason I'm pissed off at them is because they were Doctor Who for so many years, and they were great. Right, they were, and there is still so much great Doctor Who there. Right, an update on the recent changes at Big Finish. Yeah, the website stopped working again. Why didn't I find this straight away? All right, like on news, but it's because it's not working. Over the past 18 months, by the way, do you remember the story that Big Finish was going bankrupt and all that sort of stuff? Apparently, obviously, that was all bollocks, which I heard pretty soon after that. That was all bollocks, and this is the money they were borrowing or doing something with was to upgrade their entire operation. The last part of it was a new website, right? So this is and this last part was a disaster. Fine. Over the past 18 months, Big Finish has undergone a transformational change. We have introduced several new systems which control essential business functions of Big Finish. So there's the boring businessy stuff, right? I'm like, whatever. Right. I mean, I just wish they had equal focus on the content, which has been. I mean, it's this year's been better than most, right? This year's been. Can I look at the? See, here's the other thing. It's all coming soon. I used to like it that you were able to see what came out this year. There's so much missing from this website. It's unbelievable. These systems, which include stock control, dispatch and shipping tracking, payment gateways, and accounting, email, and customer service tools. And I say, look, I think the customer service was completely overwhelmed, and I think they were somewhat overwhelmed with the I think probably mass cancellation of Once and Future. But I think again, they're a small company, and I like them, right? I want them to succeed, right? I wish they would stop being woke, but I genuinely want them to succeed. They were all vital upgrades needed to ensure that we can continue to fulfill orders to our customers, and all the new behind-the-scenes systems have been tested for many months and are now working seamlessly. Well, all that's going well, unfortunately. The final action of this transformation was rolling out our new front shop. And why? Why didn't they keep the old one up at the same time? I don't know. Website and app. Okay. Unfortunately, it is very clear that a number of mistakes have been made. In particular, the migration data has not gone as planned. The browsing experience of the website and app is proving to be a frustration. I sincerely apologize to everybody who has encountered difficulties in accessing their purchase library since the relaunch. I mean, I couldn't get to it for a week. Or feels let down by how we've managed the process. Again, look, I don't think this was malicious. I think there's probably some bad management involved along the right. I mean, that seems reasonable without having any knowledge of the situation. Or it could just be bad luck. Well, it's probably like a combination of bad luck, right? Bad luck and bad management, right? But again, it's... I don't want to beat them up over it. I know from seeing the many messages coming via email, social media, that these updates are a cause of worry and concern to many listeners. I wasn't worried or concerned. I just thought, can you get it working, please? I would like to reassure each and every customer that no purchase will be lost. I believe that. All the data is safe, and we're committed to improve the functionality, accessibility, and reliability of the website, whatever it takes. If you haven't had a chance to do so yet, I would urge you to read through the how-to page. which explains how to reset your password. Oh, come on. You can't work out how to do that yourself? I couldn't do it because my password I had set for it is a password is for an email. Email I had set for it is an email I don't use anymore. We could not carry across the process of these details in upgrading the requirements of data protection law. That's interesting. It's not possible to browse your purchased items in order of new releases without completing these steps. Okay, fine. We will keep updating the work in progress page with known issues and a timetable for improvement. As you might imagine, Big Finish customer service team is currently inundated with messages, and they're doing their best to answer all queries. I understand you're frustrated, right? I understand people are frustrated. I understand you paid for something and you want to have it, right? And you don't like it being taken. Look, this is the drawback of streaming over digital, over physical media. But I get that. But I think, be nice. At the very, just be nice to the people. Right? Be polite. I understand they're in the middle of a nightmare. That's essentially the truth. I thank you all in advance for your patience, understanding, and loyalty, for sticking with us during this difficult period. And look, honestly, if you hadn't spent the last 7 years doing woke shit, you don't. I'm not sure if anybody can remember the love we used to have for Big Finish, right? Because they were really in the bag for us, right? They worked hard for us and they delivered for us. It's just I don't know. They're also actors and lovies, right? And so they can't. Look, they can't conceive that Brexit might have been a good idea. They can't conceive that Donald Trump was a good president, even though every metric tells them, right? They just can't conceive of it. Finally, and let me restate how deeply I am sorry for the inconveniences so many of our loyal listeners are experiencing at the moment. I completely recognize a very valid frustration for being stressed, but don't go around burning down in migrant hotels. And I hope you can bear with us as we try our utmost to find the best solution to bring you to the best website and app experience at Big Finish. Yours sincerely, Jason Hey Gallery. I think it's good that they addressed it. It's not a personal message, though. It's like, this was to everybody. It's not a personal message at all. So, look, I think they got somewhat scuppered at being in the world of being in the land of woke, right? I think that was their problem. I think the way future for them is live events. They really should be leaning into that, I think, right? But look, they got scuppered by being in the land of woke. Look at this! Oh man, it's amazing. Every time I look at Jodie Whittaker, and I go, man, she is just anti-Viagra. She is the least sexy person in the entire universe. Secretly, no, not secretly. SFX released to join Jodie Whittaker and Mandy Gill at the Big Finish Studios to celebrate the forthcoming return of Doctor Who in 12-hour-long adventures. Also, it's already in the can. And I don't know. Honestly, I really think that this is on a BBC insistence, right? I think the reason they dropped the David Tennant, John Barrowman one, I think it was BBC. I think it was the BBC's insistence. I just feel bad for Big Finish because they're going to be losing money on this. I think. Who knows? I hope they don't. I have no idea. I just can't imagine there's a market there for it, right? And if anybody tells me there is, I don't think I believe them. I think people fib. You left Doctor Who 2 years ago. Well, it was more than that, wasn't it? They film. Okay, wait. Power of the Doctor came out in. Was it 2030? Was it 2023 or 2022? 2020. It was 2022, wasn't it? Yeah. Hang on a second. Doctor Who, the Power of the Doctor. What year? What's the date? 2022. Fine. So that's and they filmed it in 2021. So it's been 3 years? Yeah, it's been 3 years, not 2 years. 2 years ago. But did Doctor Who leave you, Jodie Whittaker and Mandit Gill? Ecky Thump, no! They laugh a lot. Oh, Ecky Thump! What is it about women that in science fiction that need to cackle? Right? What is it they make people think is good? That's what really killed Enterprise season 2. Too many times, cut to 10 forward, which is weirdly in the Enterprise 100 years too early, with them all cackling. A bunch of women cackling. It was just too many chicks in that show. Season 1, freaking awesome. Kind of nailed Star Trek feeling. I guess Terry Metalis left. Is all I can suggest. Jodie Whittaker says, in one way, you're never allowed to. No, you're allowed, darling. Go. You have your freedom. Run. I feel like I should take you to the woods and let you go. But I would never let it go anyway. Well, we know, darling. We know. It's like, hey, keep up. I will talk to. No, you weren't, darling. No, you weren't. Mandit Gill, you can't, can you? I think you can. I'm clinging onto the coattails for the rest of my life. Well, darling, we know you are, right? And just, oh God, I mean, again, just look how enduringly shit you were in this role, right? You just don't know how to play this role whatsoever. Mandit Gill, at least, is somewhat shaggable, but Jodie Whittaker, oh God, I mean, she can't play intelligent because she's too fucking stupid, and I really think that's the truth, right? I really think she's a dummy. Did you have any hesitation about reprising your roles on audio? Oh, if you thought, no, Mandit Gill goes, we've been waiting a while. Everyone says to us, are you going to do Big Finish? And I'm like, awkward, because I've not been asked. But when they asked, yes. We were bullied by the fans. Well, all three of them. Really, Ecky Thump. It doesn't take much to bully you, darling, does it? It's like, you know, would I need to be, how much would I need to be bullied to get a blowjob from Scarlett Johansson? Not much, actually, as it turns out. Amanda Gill, personally for me, it was a very easy decision. I said, you paying? They said, yes. I said, okay, then. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Now I have to talk in front of a camera and talk to a microphone instead of a camera. Like, I've done radio plays. I've done audio. Well, how did you not know what you're getting into? Fuck me. I forgot how stupid she was. How did she not know what she's getting into? I've done this before many times over. Don't know what this is going to be like, though. Oh, Ecky Thump. Oh, a bit confused me. Ecky Thump. Talk about. And I totally assumed it was like an audiobook where you're in a space by yourself reading thousands of words. Oh, I hope they pay me by the word. Oh, Jodie Whittaker, panicking. Ecky Thump. I really say Ecky Thump with every sentence, don't you? It was only when we got here on the day I was like, wait, there are other people? Yeah, well, how do you think? You know, it's like, this reminds me of the time when I told somebody that I write comic books, right? And they say, well, people write comic books, really? Yeah, because amazingly, the little pictures don't know what to do and stay and how to stand unless you write them. It was amazing, says Jodie Whittaker. Oh, just like me. Oh, amazing. Mandit Gill says, we're like acting. That's your job, and you're frankly not very good at it. Jodie Whittaker, the saddest thing about finishing Doctor Who was not seeing everybody every day. I don't know what to do now. I just stare at the corner. It's very confusing. So this is an opportunity for me to go and hang out. You've had jobs? What the fuck? Oh, it's good to get out of the house. You're acting. You sounded like you're Victor Meldrew. You sound like you're 70. What the hell? So there's an opportunity for me and you to hang out at work, or and it's cheaper because we don't have to spend it on our phones. What? Rinsing our phone bills talking. What? Don't you have unlimited? That's weird. Mandit Gill says, I've definitely enjoyed it way more than I thought. That's what Scarlett Johansson would say. Oh, she gave me a blowjob. Well, really? Thank you, Scarlett. That's because you're around me, babe. Yeah, that. Did you find it easy to slip back into your character? Well, you didn't have a character. You didn't. You were like, honestly, you were the Kamala Harris of Doctor Who's. Hate to tell you this. You go, oh yeah, you're a bit nervous at first. You go, oh, I can't remember how to do it. You didn't remember how to do it from scene to scene. Okay, you had very, very little range of Doctor Who. You either did a bad David Tennant impersonation. Again, you're not able to act intelligent because you're not. Or you did a grinning buffoon or little girl who lost the puppy, who lost the dolly, actually, not a puppy. They're your three modes, all right? And that's what you had. And then you realize when you see the lines, you did no preparation for it whatsoever. You just read it, and that's how it came out. We needed some reining in because I was too shit. Because we're a bit physically animated. Thinking it needed to run and jump, and then you remember there would be sound effects, and you could chill out. I didn't know how to do my sonic screwdriver sound. I kept going, woo, 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 woo. And then no. Nick Briggs says, don't worry, we can. And then, you thought, how'd you do that? But I need to go, woo, woo, woo. I used to do that when I was filming Doctor Who, and I used to edit it out because I need to go, woo, 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 to make myself know it's a sonic screwdriver. Oh, God, this is worth the price of this issue in of itself. So Manic Girl gets to sit. Manic Girl gets to sit and wear her Crocs inside. Okay. It was also written so well. We couldn't be written any fucking worse than your episodes, was it? I bet they are going to be better written. Do we know who's working on them as yet? Hang on. Let's have a look. Big Finish. Jodie series. Doctor Who. Okay, I guess it'll be over here. Isn't it? Can't they divide them by Doctor? Oh, here you go. Jodie Whittaker. Okay, do we know who's writing them? Oh, Jodie. Is this the first one? No. Okay, let's start with the first one. It's all like pulling teeth, isn't it? Like if they recorded it, why can't you release who's writing it? Production. Okay, they don't know yet. No, they do know. They're just not telling us. Keep up. But I bet they are better in it. It was written so well. You don't need to question anything. You can hear Yaz in the lines. The tone she takes her doctor and stuff like that. Here, doctor, would you like to flick me bottom? What's that mean? Would you like to flick me bottom? Because I think I'm in love. Oh, I never loved a lady before, but I love a lady now. Side fact, Joanna Lumley portrayed the first female doctor on television in 1999, special written by Stephen Moffat. And Arbilla Ware played her on Big Finish in Doctor Who Unbound. It wasn't very good. What can you tease about the storylines? Jodie Whittaker goes, one's a hen. What? One's a hen do that. What? One's a hen do that the Doctor ruins. Okay, yeah. One's a hen do that the Doctor ruins. Oh, bloody hell. Took me some time to work that out. That's a tease. Is that a tease? Oh, you like a bit of teasing, don't you, man? No, that's the actual thing. One's 13th century, and then how would you describe the first one? It's the relationship between Yaz and the Doctor. It's where the relationship between Yaz and the Doctor is challenged. They're going to end up with some kind of like embed somehow in like some alternate reality or something. They can't not lean into Phasmin, right? They just don't have the ability to avoid Phasmin because you're challenging, says Mandip. We're at loggerheads because I'm like, you need to go back and sort out the mess you just fucked up, probably. And there's a bit of a challenge, but it's all fits. It's not like, oh my God, Yaz won't speak to the Doctor like that. Oh, I bet she would. What's the best thing about working with audio? Everything Jodie Whittaker says is a cell phone, right? Literally everything that says, you don't learn your lines. It's really ace. I love it because that's so much anxiety, remembering what to say and where to step. I didn't really have time to do much else, Doctor. We noticed you shoot so much on television, and you have the responsibility, and no crew member wants to sit there while you're going, I'm sorry, I need to say that line again. Well, maybe you do sometimes. Because you've got to move on. You're losing the light. Oh, come back, light. Oh, we don't want to lose you. There's only so many times a wall can explode, and you keep messing up that line. Oh, fucking hell. Or something. Man, she must have like a nightmare to work with. Some of the language... some of the language is very technical. Sometimes I say lever. Sometimes I say TARDIS. It's very technical and sci-fi based. It can be very tricky, so you to read it is an absolute joy. Have the new audio minutes capture the spirit of the television episodes? I think they're asking, are they shit? Right? Are they shit? Sounds like it. Yeah, the banter and the comfort between us two, and the God, my accent's gone over. Yeah, the banter and the accent between us two, the natural love for the Doctor and the bond between Doctor and Yaz. I don't know, why did Big Finish just get me? I could have done the role for him. I would have charged you half price. But also, what's funny about being able to drop these two characters in an environment and a world? What? What's fun is being able to drop these characters in whatever environment and world. It's like it's been Earth, it's been a different planet. But what I've really enjoyed is the contained stories. I really don't like a Big Finish. You get a very satisfying end of the day because you know what happens. Oh, I'm always confused. Always confused about what was going on the telly. Who from the TV show would you like to meet on audio? Fuck me. Really? Fuck me. Tim Shaw? The shit, really? Tim Shaw, that'd be good. Come on. Who else? Who else? You love the Bating. Nobody loved the Bating. But I don't know how you do the Bating on audio. It really didn't do very well on TV either. The obvious one would be Sasha Demon's Masters. Man, listen, it's pretty bad when Bandit Gill's the smarter one. Bloody hell. Yeah, I'd quite like to have a storyline with Maestro. I think that'll be really exciting. Or jump forward. Or the Toy Maker. Well, that's also you can do a jump back. Are you prepared for being Are you prepared for Doctor Who being a lifetime role? Fuck me, no. God. I mean, I don't wish harm on anyone, but it's a lifetime role. Maybe you want to start working in some high danger position. That's a nice way of putting it. Lifetime role. No one's ever put it like that. Literally hundreds of people have. The fandom is so loyal and passionate. Yeah, they like you even though you were shit. That's true. And when I say fandom, there's 20 of you? You never kicked out the family. You're out. That's the thing we're now in the benefit of. We really enjoyed this. We said goodbye to the characters at the moment, and maybe if I keep asking in interviews, we will get put back at some point. I don't know. Are you going to be able to sell these? But even if you don't, you don't get to live out. You don't get to live out the Doctor and Yaz in a different medium. Even if you get to live, okay, whatever. Nothing made me not want to buy a CD more than that. Right? It was really quite astronomical way of putting me off. Now, speaking of being astronomically put off, let's talk about Russell Davies. Taking time, tech, and mysteries in part 2 of our interview with Doctor Who showrunner Russell T. Davies, a show ruiner. Oh man, you've redeemed the Chibnall era by making him look no worse than you. This was a really shit story, right? This was a really epically shit story. When we sit down with Russ T. Davies to discuss season 1 of Doctor Who, we recently seen the finale, though at the time it's yet to air. Well, we saw it early because we're special. We have access. We generally didn't know who was going to return in it, despite catching some online rumors. So you had no idea it was. I didn't either, but again, it just left me cold because Sutek is not Scooby Doo, right? What? So you had no idea it was Sutek? Those rumors are an absolute fucker. We've tried and tried and tried, he sighs. I remember when they will keep their language together. Yeah, so much for no old monsters. This is not. This is not Sutek. Come on, you can't say, "Oh, it's a returning monster." Nothing like him. This story idea has been rattling around Davies since 1975 when he first saw Pyramids of Mars. He says, "Yes, the greatest monster ever. It's taken this long. I've always had such a had that Sutek pun in mind." Oh, fuck me. No wonder it's so bad. Did you see that coming? Everybody saw it coming. Oh. When people started mentioning Pyramids of Mars, I thought, surely he can't be talking about Sutek. Exactly what it was. I think of Sutek clinging to the others and thinking, I know what I'll do. I'll just slide in via pun. Like, how's he clinging to the side of the TARDIS? Oh, God, it's so stupid. Did Amy Pond, when she resurrected the TARDIS and rebooted the universe, resurrect it with Sutek on it as well? I mean, it's just so stupid. I think having clung to the TARDIS since 1975, he was probably getting pretty bored. It makes no sense, Russell. It's a really dumb idea, right? It's a really epically dumb idea. I mean, 80 producer John Nathan Turner stated this before. Before his master puns, they didn't exist in Doctor Who, did they? Once introduced as Neil Toney, the master actor Anthony Ailey was credited in 4 episodes of Castrovalva. I remember that. It was kind of fun. We all loved that. Yeah, we all hated this. Just hated this. I'm sorry. Now talking over here. Castrovalva. We all loved that. Remember, there was no other information in those days, but with Scowl Radio Times, and people still do that. It's becoming part of the language now. In this series, we've had bogeymen. They were shit. Who are actually bogies. I love that he's being so proud of it. It was shit, mate. It would have been okay for Sarah Jane Adventures, not for this. And now we got Susan Technology, played by a woman called Susan Twist. I just love that. I like a show for a modern age. It will get people talking about it. No, it didn't. How did it be a Susan Twist surname? I literally had it in mind casting her. It tells, right? She does a fine job with the shit you gave her. So why Sutek? Yeah, why do you decide to try and resurrect Doctor Who through Sutek? To be honest, there are lots of reasons for Sutek. I mean, he's a good villain. Shame he's not, anything like Sutek. I was very much aware that some people probably abandoned or decried the show because we're now connected with a big streamer. What? I mean, some did, but that's because it's not because of a big streamer. It's because it was Disney Plus, who are generally speaking shit. Unfairly, but that's the natural, cynical, and dare I say, British response to moving to a big level of production. Yeah, and it really didn't help the show, Russell. Right? It really, really, really didn't do you any favors. Genuinely. I might understand British response to moving to a big level, and I understand that it's not a mad response. I mean, honestly, the quality is lower. That's really the truth. The quality is lower. I might have looked at other shows and do that myself and go, "Ooh, they've sold out." It's not he didn't sell out because you didn't get anything for it, right? So I absolutely, even before we'd chosen the streamer, even before we had the deal in place, knew it was going to be on a bigger level. And man, I mean, look, Star Beast looked fantastic, but it was full of your gay shit, your queer shit, I should say. I just don't think that many people are interested in that. So I absolutely, even before we'd chosen the streamer, he cast Susan Twist because it's just so dumb. Even though they're doing it, knew that by going on a bigger level, we needed to bring back a great big old enemy to say it's the same show. I know you've desperately been trying to say that, but as I recall, I don't think Ncuti Gatwa. I don't think the Doctor, I should say, ever spent an episode trying to get fucked in the ass by a temporal time. Was it who was it? Not a bodyguard. What was his job? A bounty hunter. Was it a bounty hunter? A boring bounty. I mean, like, it worked with Captain Jack because, like, John Barrowman has a bit of bloody personality. He's a bit gregarious. Whatever his name was boring as hell. So this is the same. So I think possibly there will be some viewers who will say, that's not for me now. Well, what you mean, most of them? Yeah, that's true. You viewers, you hemorrhage viewers, right? It was not good. It was not good at all. That's for me. I moved away from Doctor Who. No, Doctor Who moved away from me. Oh my God, Sutek, I'll come back. But it's nothing like Sutek. Man, like, honestly, it's amazing. His instincts in 2005 were perfect. I would say, like, Spotlight, the way he set up that first season, that you had the big opening, right? You had people tune in to see what that's like. And then you had, a couple, like, you did a big budget sci-fi effects episode to, like, make people know that sets aren't going to wobble. And then you did a very traditional Edwardian episode, then a very contemporary two-parter. But then episode 6, you did a mini relaunch, right, for it by doing a Dalek episode. That's really clever, right? And it's good instincts. Every instinct is off right now. Surely there'll be some people who pick up. Surely there'll be some people who pick up. Surely some people will come and look because Sutek's back. Yeah, and because it's voiced by Gabriel Wolf, the original actor. So that was a very deliberate policy, kind of to say to anyone who might have wandered away from, come back. We're not. And look, you don't want to look, okay? If they come back and look, they'll go, this is shit, right? This is the worst thing ever. This is still the Seamus show. It's very not. It's also a very, very famous story. And I'm also aware of that fact. Oh, over it, quick. And again, look, for the cheap effects, it was so much better, right? It was so... was it we're going? I was also aware that Tom Baker years were sold abroad by was it Lionheart? Yes, apparently. So that those were the years that had been seen in America. So it can't completely be unknown to American audience. It was completely unknown. I've just remembered. Walking the dog today, right? Spitzing hot, sweating. And I saw my neighbor, right? My feminist neighbor. Who I very much like my feminist neighbor. But like I was thinking, there's something I saw recently I thought you'd like. I was trying to remember what it was. And I thought, yes, it was Rogue, right? I know they have Disney Plus. So I said, yeah, I was watching this go, who the fuck is this for? Right? And I thought, oh, it's for you, right? It's a Bridgerton. It's a super gay Bridgerton fanfic. I think, oh, you like that. She liked She-Hulk as well. And partly as a fan, we have an increased budget. And I thought Sutek deserved an increased budget. You fucked that up so much, Russell. Oh, my God. I thought of everything we're bringing back, he's going to be a huge, great, big jackal. Let's be honest, Sutek changed shape in about 3 forms in Pyramids of Mars. Not really. He had the jackal head underneath his helmet. What's the third one? The first apparition that appears in the TARDIS is nothing like the one that appears at the end. It isn't? Yes, it is. It was the same model, isn't it? What? What? Yes, it is. Hang on. Pyramids of Mars. Sutek. Helmet off. Helmet off. I mean, that's Marcus Scarman. Oh, yeah, okay, fine. So, yeah, look, here's the action figure. Let's have a look. Right, that's the action figure. And it's the same thing. Weirdos. It's like nothing one appears at the end. So it's completely unashamedly clinging to what he looks like again. What? So it's completely unashamedly clinging to what he looks like again, stripped of the Egyptian paraphernalia. That was core to it, you fuckwit. Oh yeah, we just took out the major aspect of it, which in Tales of TARDIS is dismissed as cultural appropriation. I know, and we hated it. Yes, yes, we know, Russell, and we hated it. It was I hated the way you did that. It's just time to get a big old villain back, change it completely, and say, look, everything's it's like saying there is no two-tier policing. There is no two-tier policing. There is no two-tier policing without fear or favor. Just because you say it doesn't make it true. I think they do have weight and longevity. No, they have weight and longevity. No one's going to remember the bullshit you put out. The fact that Sutek returns means we can spin off that Tales of the TARDIS to do an extra one. And actually, that's where Tales of the TARDIS came from. We did that first. The episode, we did that episode 7 and 8 were written because we created that TARDIS. I know. And that actually would have been a good moment for you, Russell, right? Would actually been a good, people would have gone, wow, that's so cool, right? People would have enjoyed that if you hadn't spoiled it. Like, was it a year before, 6 months before? Fucking idiot. I mean, really, that's what I keep saying. That fucking idiot. How are you such a fucking idiot? I don't understand. Then I said, look, we can introduce Pyramid Mars using the TARDIS and shooting Millie. After that, a year or so, was it a year and a half ago, that's when I went, hang on, we could do other Tales of the TARDIS. Again, honestly, that was a good idea. It really was a good idea. It's just, it's the cart pushing the horse. That's what so much of this era is. What are we up to? We could do that. I think so. You're seeing everything. It's very timey-wimey in reverse order, and it seems that way, Russell. Again, the lack, the lack of thought, right? Yeah, it should have been revealed in that episode, and then you follow it up, right? With but no, that would have been clever. That would have made the difference. This means David Mullins says there's a difference between the original Sutek and the new one. There's difference between the original Silurians and the new Silurians kept more. The new it's the same difference between the original Silurians and the new, though the new kept more of the more from the original. Yes. I said the woke mind virus wasn't so advanced at the time. Speaking of timey-wimey, there's a gap when the Devil's Called that implies 6 months apart. I remember that. Since Ruby and the Doctor met. Okay. No, that's meant to be. That's complicated. Okay. I was confused by it, right? Like, they've been on... Like, she said it was June, and it went from December to June, I think. Something like that. That's meant to be. That's complicated. I mean, I can see that no one in the audience would ever get this. Well, maybe it's not a good idea then, Russell. I'm trying to explain how you get Sarah Jane is clearly from 1970s, and yet Imperial Mars, she says she's from 1980, not 1980s. So I'm trying to establish some sort of temporal drift, and you go in the TARDIS. There's not a 6 months gap there. No one else but the Doctor, Doctor Who discourse would ever think 6 months had passed. No, you went from Christmas to June. Everybody notices it, right? I mean, everybody noticed it who cared, but not that many people cared anymore, right? Yeah, no, it was very, very, very noticeable, Russell. Like, very, very noticeable. Like, every creative impulse is bad. It's incredible. Like, literally every one. Where are we up to? So everything's still brand new to Ruby. Fine. The next thing they land on an alien planet. I remember reading when it was making. When he made the 2005 season 1, right? And it was he actually wrote out a timeline that encompassed that encompassed let me grab this over here, everything from Rose to World War III, right? Yeah, Aliens of London, World War III. And it explained like how long she'd been in the TARDIS, Rose had been in the TARDIS, and what was going on. By the way, the whole idea of calling Yasmin Infinity Rose now in hindsight seems even weirder than when we first heard it. Right? There was basically no connection between the characters. But okay, it was because she was sort of the dog. I don't know. Yeah, God, Russell. You really need somebody around you who can say, "Oh, Russell, that's shit, mate." Right, that's it. So everything is still brand new to Ruby. The next thing we land on an alien planet, that's supposed to be brand new to her. So I'm trying to explain that the drift in time is time relative where you left from. The only reason I believe Sarah Jane came from the 1970s, I don't think it came from the 1980s at all. So it's like your fanfic, okay, that you've been... which I did not a bad idea. Honestly, just badly realized because it didn't make any bloody sense. I have very little time for unit dating. Well, I always put that down something like faction paradox or like, the temporal weirdness. I mean, you can really get around it that way. I think those things went out in the year they went out, and it's not set in the future. I believe the Pertwee years was set in the future, wasn't it? It was set in the late 70s. It was like set 5 years in the future, I think. I remember Derek Sherwin saying that. That went out. It's not set in the future. And the John Pertwee. It's not set in the future. The John Pertwee seasons. No way that was the future. So that's kind of the temporal drifting going on. That's what. Even though that's the reason why he asks where she's from. What do you mean? Kind of triangulating where what she feels like. She feels like time shifted in the way that Sarah Jane feels like time. Oh my God! I mean, like, really, you're writing reams and reams to explain something that nobody really cares about. Honestly, it's like a decade has passed, but clearly it hasn't. So there's some kind of temporal drift at work. Okay, fine. Look, this is what you do when you give a super gay fanboy the control of Doctor Who. You get super gay fanboy Doctor Who. In 2005, he said, no Zog aliens from the planet Zog. Well, what was the mindset this time? Oh, we love Zog aliens. That was always my attitude to Doctor Who, even with the Chulda, the aliens in Rogue. I think Chulda are a good example because they're cosplaying. I love that story. I hate that story. And the idea of cosplaying aliens in history, brilliant. Actually, that's very, very good, right? Very contemporary. The idea of the Doctor wanting to shag whatever his name is, not so great. So you get what they're doing. What that means is I would never start a scene one, children standing against a bird-like sky saying, now we will invade planet Earth. I think that's a way to turn off viewers. Also, do I still have this clip? Let me see if I still have this. Where would it be? These the highlights from Rogue. Let me see if I still have this. No, sadly not. There's many ways to turn off the. There's many ways to turn off the viewers, and I think you've basically found all of them, didn't you? No, not there. Oh, and a supercut of him doing the gay dancing. No. Oh, it's a shame. That would have gone perfectly hit. No. Shooting gut were doing weird gay shit. That's kind of that turns off. That turns off people fighting. So nothing there. Fine. Where are we up to? Well, actually, we opened on an episode on a dance in a Regency era with a good murder. That's always good. Fair enough. It just went off the rails, a minute later? And then after the titles, the Doctor and Ruby are dancing, and it's Bridgerton, and you're straight into it. This stuff wasn't bad. It was having the Doctor want to have a big shag with a bloke. Really, if anything, it wasn't a love story. It was a sex story. If anything, maybe we're a bit light on aliens this year. I think we can bring more of them back next. Well, you've already shot it. We've got some great stuff, some great robots. There's a great enemy, and there's an episode full of aliens. I think we can tilt back towards the aliens a bit. The fantasy's not going that well for you, is it? So how much of an impact do you think Sutek clutching onto TARDIS had on the Doctor's travels? Again, the insanity. How's he going to explain this? It would be marvellous to go back through the entire archive since 1975 and drop Susan Twist into every story. Oh, God. No. Stop infecting the rest of Doctor Who with your bullshit. Oh. If I had ultimate power, I would do literally just I would literally do that. Well, thank God you don't have ultimate power. I'm not kidding. I don't think you are. I would do that. You just said that. I love that. You love everything that comes out of your mouth, and you like quite a few things that go into it as well. Because she was there. She wasn't. She was popping up in every single planet. Planet Evil. Can you imagine? Where was she? In Talons of Wen Chang? No, just get your shit away from the rest of Doctor Who. Fucking weirdo. She was there. Susan Twist is walking up and down the riverbank of the Thames. Nobody noticed her for years and years, for like 50 years. Oh no, he was 700 then? So nobody knows her for the last 1300 years. I absolutely do want to create any. I absolutely don't want to create any sort of mythology in which it said that Sutek was guiding the TARDIS for all those years. The fact that Sutek was on top of the TARDIS is stupid enough. I just don't believe that at all. I don't believe Sutek was on top of the TARDIS either. I think it needed the explosion of the star that was big enough at the end of the Star Beast. What about when they went back to Event 1 in Terminus? No. That wasn't big enough to wake him up? No, apparently not. Oh, no. He'd only just fallen asleep. He was spark out. When the TARDIS kind of goes mad and blows up, that's the kind of woke up Sutek. What about when, the TARDIS literally blew up in the Matt Smith years? No, that didn't wake him up. I generally think it was clinging to the TARDIS with his plan, and his plan was all along to create Susan Twist avatars. It's a dumb plan. So that's going to be going on ever since 1975, but I don't think Sutek ever guided the TARDIS. Who gives a shit about that difference, right? Like, who cares? It took him coming across Ruby's mother, with time itself being completely unknown to him, for him to wake, right? Okay. There was something kind of, if he was asleep, how did he fall off? There's something kind of omniscient about riding a TARDIS, and suddenly that stopped, and he saw her, which was the woman of no significance. It just, the fact that she was so insignificant gave her significance. Are we talking about Ruby? Oh, wait. It took him coming across Ruby's mother, with time itself completely unknown to him, for him to wake, and there was something omniscient about that she was insignificant, made her so significant. It's such a dumb idea. As is this TARDIS set. I hate it, mate. Fucking hate it. The only thing that annoys me when people say we leak things deliberately. I think you leak some things. I love that. I'm just so proud of that. I love the ending of Ruby's mother. It's my reaction to what they did in The Last Jedi. Really, Russell? Really? How's Star Wars going, mate? How do you think that's going now? That middle film, directed by Ruan Johnson. They said that Disney Princess Rey was no one, and it was not special, and said anyone could be a Jedi. It ends the brilliant image of a little kid playing, and they've got the Force. It ends on it was anywhere 5. And then that, I mean, like, when was the Force ever, like, not egalitarian? I don't understand. Then they changed their minds in the next movie. Along came J.J. Abrams, who's brilliant, but says, actually, Rey, to have the Force going, she had to be the Emperor's daughter. I preferred the middle film that said, actually, you could be the most ordinary person in the world and capable of possessing the Force. Well, maybe the two things could be true. All right, so that Ruby's story, again, it was such a terrible idea. Oh, I can't wait for the big reveal. Oh, you're going to love it. Oh, we're going to love it, right? Oh, you're going to love it. Oh, you're going to love it. Oh, you're going to love it now. Yeah, the mystery of Ruby's mother. Oh, yes, it's going to be around. She's no one. Okay. So that's Ruby's story. Action 2. Ruby's mother isn't going to be Sue Taker or Time God or Susan Foreman or a version of Ruby from the future, the Rani or River song. It's actually just turns out to be a 15-year-old Manchester girl who's saving a baby from an unsafe house. Okay. That's more powerful than any cosmic force in the universe. No, it's not. So I love writing that. I was so much on a mission to write that because I think that's how my science fiction world works badly. I think that's a good story. It wasn't. And the story inspired you also wasn't a good story. And I think that should be said at every level. The Manchester girl sitting in the bedroom, watching television, you are as important as... Okay, nobody didn't know they weren't important. Jesus fucking Christ. What's this thing of saying, oh, you can be great? Yeah, well, I don't need you to tell me. You got Emperor Time... Yeah. You're as important as a God Emperor or Time Lord. Bang's desk, lesson over. Well, you know what? Anybody could be, but it takes work, dedication, work and dedication, right? Which are two things are not in vogue for the Gen Zers, are they? Not all Gen Zers. Again, if you're a Gen Zer who has a work ethic, obviously I'm not referring to you. And there are, although, man, you could own your generation. Really good. Some might say they were surprised it was resolved at all. Yeah, because you didn't resolve a bunch of other things. I promised answers. Didn't give any good ones, but I promised answers, all right? I was always it was always going to be resolved. Well, you say that Susan, Angie, what's her name? Speaking to camera. Is that going to be answered? No. I just get annoyed when things like that go on. I go, oh my God, can you imagine if the series ended with, oh, let's find out who your mother is? And it would turn out, and I would have thrown something at the screen. Some shows that works for, but personally, I would never be. I would only ever do a story like that if it wraps up. Okay, but there's so much that didn't wrap up. It's a shame that Ruby's departure is slightly ruined by knowing she's going to return. Yes, but you fired her in the middle and you didn't know what to do, right? It's the same. Yes, yes, and yes. There's nothing we can do. We see things in public. Okay, we know you fired her, right? Things do leak in public. Our stories leak. The only thing that annoys me when people say we leak things literally, I think you probably do sometimes, which we would never do to an actor's career. No, you didn't leak her being fired. Or standing or reputation. It's monster when people claim that. Okay. If only we could have kept the secret. I still think a lot of people don't follow these stories. I think a lot of people watch Ruby leave heartbroken. Yeah, I was sad to see her go. And amazed that that's happened. I'll be delighted when she turns up again. And she's going to come back with such terrific stories. It's going to be great. I don't believe a word out your fucking mouth, mate. I really don't. Even though we know she's returning, we're willing her not to go. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's. She hasn't even met her father. The doctor's not going to sit down and wait. Go meet William. Go meet William and have a chat off stage. And there'll be a tempestuous moment with Louise. Is that the name of her parents? Okay, whatever. A father doesn't really matter. You don't really like, male role models, I think. I love the image of the woman at the end. I love the fact that Ruby stands there. Stands there with her birth mother, her mother, and her grandmother. And they all put their arms around and watch the TARDIS disappear. Yeah, it's a bit woke, mate. A safer life, a better life, a richer life. I love all that. But then they've got Anita Dobson standing on a roof. Honestly, next year, I won't go into details, but it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be amazeballs, isn't it? I will say there's a cracking bit of dialogue between Anita Dobson and Millie Gibson. It's lovely. There's lots to come. The final scene with Anita Dobson had many people speculating again. Possibly the campest ending to a television program ever transmitted. No, but camp. Isn't that ending brilliant? I love that ending. I'm so glad you love it, mate. You're in a very small minority, I have to tell you. There's a London Eye and the bridge and Big Ben, everything in the background. It's the most touristy London you've ever seen. I'm not quite sure what it means that the flat is means that the flat is located. It's on some fault line that makes London compress into a single line. We cheered. Oh, we hooted. We cheered. I'm sick of him saying that. Oh, we hooted. Oh, we cheered when we saw that. Most people I know saw it was just like, oh, fuck. Really? We're just deflated by watching it. They did that on purpose. That's great effects. She had us all roaring with laughter at that scene. She's so brilliant. Oh, turn your loviness down, you cunt. I promise you, next year, great answers to that. Great solution. I don't believe you. Based on what I saw this year, I don't believe you. Probably because she's wearing white fur, people are going to think that she's Romana, aren't they? Well, yeah, probably. That's probably why you did it. Did you do that on purpose? I'll leave that echoing in the page of the SFX. Yes, you did. I promise you answers to that. Again, that's going to be next year. I cannot tell you how much fun and joy and having Anita Dobson. But again, at the beginning of the episode, she didn't know what a TARDIS was. I mean, that's really the weirdest thing, right? And then she knows what it is. Here, pull up that clip. Video file. It's over here. Wait. Doink. Doctor Who. It was the Church on Ruby Road, right? Let me have a look. Wait. Dot and Bubbles, everything. Devil's Cord, Space. Church on Ruby Road. Fine. Let me just. Hang on. You know, I enjoyed this while I was watching it, but like, I'm looking and going, well, this is a bit shit. It's really tainted everything. Where is it? It's over here. It must have been at the beginning. There you go. Love and understanding. Merry Christmas, everyone. I remember being so excited when we saw the location filming. Like, oh, it's going to be great.
Well, it's not my fault.
Listen, sweetheart. I'm not what you'd call decrepit. I do my calisthenics. I keep myself fit and able. Thank you very much. I did a fun run last Easter in 25 minutes flat. Blisters the size of apples and
Okay, let's get to the point.
Kept going, but all the same, how am I supposed to get round that great big thing of the morning?
I hope you don't mean me.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Right, okay, so it seems like she does know what it is, and she's complaining about it. Then at the end, she turns to the camera and goes, oh, you seen the TARDIS before, right? I know. I don't really care, finally. I don't really care. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.